So welcome guys. This is the second of the fourth video that we will be kind of giving you a bit of an overview of the course and try and give you a bigger picture of this entire course basically. So the second bit is really something that you may kind of feel is a little bit sort of random, and it's about probabilities. And really you guys think, well, why do I need to know probabilities? What's the purpose of all of this, right? And in many ways, the way to think about probabilities is, in the bigger scheme of things, is basically a tool for us to then move into inferential statistics. That's basically why it is. And it kind of builds that bridge between sort of descriptive stats, where we're trying to basically describe the data that we have and try and tell that story with the current data that we have, and try and sort of be a little more ambitious and say something about the population. That's effectively what it is. So you guys say, well, okay, well, cool, great, but what exactly, how does it fit in? Why do we need this tool in the first place? Well, if you think about it, probabilities is basically everywhere, A, and B, it very much is related to sampling, if you think about it, right? Like the best example I can think of, since you guys are all university students, is think about those that have completed university and those that haven't. So I don't know the exact statistics off the top of my head, right? But if I were to say to you that roughly about a quarter of the population have completed university and hence 3/4 hasn't, what's the probability of me actually picking someone from the street at random that has actually completed university? And you would actually say a quarter. And if I were to say, okay, let's say that I select 100 people randomly off the street, how many would you expect to those to have completed uni? And you'd say, well, 25%, so 25% of 100 is basically 25 people. And you say, that's simple, that's fine, that's great. And you guys say, well, what's the point you're trying to make? And I'd say, well, think about what you've just done, right? You've basically know what the population proportions are, and you've used that information to then identify what the sample could actually look like, right? So in many ways, we're kind of using that population to describe the sample. And if you think about what inferential statistics is about, it's pretty much going the other way, isn't it, if you think about it? You're basically going from understanding what you have as that data to then describe the population, right? That's effectively what we're doing. And that bridge, again, is probabilities. As I've kind of said to you guys in the past, right? Remember, the end game of all of this is not really about the sample, right? Think about what matters to people, right? Think about what matters to policymakers. It's all about the population. Think about what you always have. You never have the population, guys. If we did, we don't need to learn statistics. That's the truth of it. We can just simply run a whole bunch of descriptive stats and we got our answer. The reason why we need to do this is because we've only got a sample, and we need to find something about the population and then develop effective policies and then understand how basically the world works. That's basically the end game for all of this. And that bridge is probabilities. So I hope that that gives you a little bit of insight into what you learn. But rest assured, it is a little daunting, but we hope that you will actually find it enjoyable at the end of this course.